What's good, ANC youth? I hope y'all are doing well. Today's devotional comes from Romans chapter 7, verses 7 through 25. And in this passage, Paul talks about two things. First, he talks about how God's law is good and righteous. Second, he highlights the struggle that all Christians have when faced with sin. And I actually wanted to focus on the latter for today, which is Paul's struggle with his own sin. So starting from verse 14, Apostle Paul shares his own personal experience about how he constantly does not do what he wants, which is to obey God's law, but does the very thing he hates, which is sin. And I don't know about y'all, but I struggle with this on a day-to-day basis. And I think this just shows how sinful and how broken we really are. That even when we know what is right, even when we want to do what is right, we will ultimately choose to do the opposite. We will ultimately choose to sin. And Paul even touches on this in verse 18 when he writes, "For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh. For I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability to carry it out." And this might sound a little bit discouraging to a lot of us, but I think this also displays the beauty of the gospel. I think this also is where the gospel comes in. That although our flesh is sinful and we have no ability to do what is right on our own, through Christ's sacrifice and through his strength, we are able to obey his law. And I hope and pray that as we continue to seek Christ, we will able to see the beauty of the redemptive work of the gospel in our lives.